They say the silence of mountains is never truly empty. It carries whispers of centuries within it. Beyond those silent mountains lay a land people knew as Koikaf. But that night, the silence there was unusual. It was the silence of waiting. The moon was full in the sky, yet its light looked dim blue instead of white. The tall towers of the palace stood like shadows. And in the highest window of the palace, Princess Azra was awake. Azra had not slept for many nights. Every time she closed her eyes, she saw the same dream, a dark cave, dripping water, and in the center of a circle drawn on the ground stood herself, but her shadow was not behind her. It was standing in front of her. And it was smiling. That night suddenly all the palace lamps went out at once. There was no wind. No storm. Yet the glass windows began to shake. The faces in the paintings on the walls slowly blurred. Azra's heart began to race. She looked toward the mirror, and her breath stopped. Her reflection was not there. She stepped back, but inside the mirror a black smoke began to swirl. Slowly the smoke formed a shape, tall, human, but with an empty face. "You have finally come," her rough voice echoed. Azra tried to scream, but her voice stuck in her throat. The next morning the entire palace was in fear. Soldiers said that screams were heard from inside the mountain during the night. Azra went straight to the queen's chamber. "Mother, something has awakened, and it knows me." The queen's face turned pale. "It is time for you to know the truth." She told Azra that centuries ago in Koikaf, a shadow king ruled. He hated light and gained power from people's fear. Eventually he was imprisoned behind a magical seal deep inside the mountain. But there was also a prophecy. When the blood of light and darkness flows in one body, the seal will weaken. When Azra was born, the sky had turned red. She was half fairy and half shadow. The next night, the dream became reality. Azra found herself standing at the entrance of the cave. Cold wine brushed through her hair. Inside was complete darkness. "This is not a dream," the voice echoed. She stepped forward. Old blood marks covered the walls. A circle was drawn on the ground. Suddenly footsteps echoed behind her. She turned and saw herself standing there. But that self was smiling. "I am you, the part you always tried to hide. Your anger. Your hatred. Your fear." Azra stepped back. "No." The shadow moved closer. "Accept me. Together we will become complete." Meanwhile, strange things began happening in the palace. Fairies started falling sick. Children began seeing shadows at night. Black smoke rose from the water wells. People started whispering, "The princess is the cause." Fear grew in Azra's heart. And the more she feared, the stronger the shadow became. One night dark marks appeared on her hands. For a moment, her eyes turned red in the mirror. She began to fear herself. In the palace library there was an ancient book that had never been opened. Azra opened it. It said, "A shadow cannot be killed with a sword. If the light rejects it, it will grow stronger. If the light accepts it, it will disappear." Azra did not understand. How could she accept it? The night of the lunar eclipse arrived. The sky turned red. The earth trembled. The seal inside the mountain broke. The Shadow King emerged in his full form, tall, black, with no eyes, yet still watching. The palace gates opened by themselves. "Azra!" His voice echoed everywhere. Azra walked outside alone. Everyone tried to stop her, but she knew this battle belonged only to her. The shadow stopped in front of her. Give me your heart, and I will leave this land. You are a lie, Azra said with a trembling voice. I am the truth. I live inside you. Tears filled Azra's eyes. She remembered her anger, the moments she felt jealousy, the times she hurt others. Yes, all of it was inside her. She fell to her knees. I will not run from you. You are part of me. But you will not rule me. The shadow screamed. No. Azra closed her eyes and accepted the darkness within her, without hatred, without fear. At that moment a golden light burst from her body. The shadow trembled. Its shape began to break apart. If you do not fear me, I cannot survive. And then it scattered into smoke. The end. The eclipse ended. The sky cleared. The mountain winds became calm again. Azra collapsed unconscious. When she woke up, the sun was rising. The queen was sitting beside her. You defeated him. Azra softly said. I did not kill him. I accepted him. But the story does not truly end here. Even years later, strange whispers can sometimes be heard on the peaks of Koikaf. Because darkness never truly disappears. It only falls asleep. And somewhere in every human heart, a shadow always remains.